All right. So I've been asked by a handful of people how I read to learn. So I figured I'd make a quick video on that here in my recording studio. Thank you, Mazda. And a first caveat, what works for me may not work for you, but I'll at least share kind of my process and maybe it'll be helpful for you. So it depends on what I'm reading. If I'm reading a fiction book, I just read it. So read it for enjoyment. I'll usually have this little guy around in case there's something that sticks out to me, some storyline or idea or thought that pops up, and I'll jot that down. Now, if I'm reading a nonfiction book and maybe it's a leadership book or a management book and I'm trying to take some things away from that, then typically if I get it out of the library, you'll see all these little tabs here. I mark it up with the tabs. This is one of my favorite leadership books from last year. I'll mark it up with the tabs so that I kind of stay in the flow of reading when I have an opportunity to read. And I will then go back later to my journal here and I'll jot down the paragraphs that I marked up. So for me, I just like to touch things a couple times in order to touch the ideas, touch the thoughts a couple of times. That kind of helps it sink in. And then I'm fortunate that I've got an opportunity to practice stuff. So if, try to take one or two ideas from each book. If you get one idea from a book, great, and for the rest of it, just try to read it to enjoy it or learn something or, just savor the storyline. So that's it. And that's typically how I do things. This little guy, this is kind of my idea, quotes, things like that. And then I journal on the big ideas or jot quotes down, the big takeaways from books. And then I usually revisit that stuff later on. So, all right. Hope that was helpful. Catch you soon.